My undergraduate degree was in physics, of all things, and so I thought very seriously that I would become a scientist. But at college, I started to think much harder about what it meant to be both an immigrant and a racial minority, and I became much more politically conscious about what things I could and should do about the communities that I cared about. And honestly, theoretical physics wasn't the way to impact the communities that I cared most about. Arguably, the point of education is try to find out what the deal is. And in American society, to try to figure out what the deal is, I think you have to understand how law works. And so I was interested in law because I wanted to try to figure out how things worked and how to change things. In all kinds of ways, I have no regrets about making that change. I think I've been able to affect the issues that I care about, both as a lawyer and as an academic in the law, and now as a vice chancellor working on a book of business that's incredibly important to me.
I remember back in 1978 how small our community was at that time. We didn't have any decent restaurant. We didn't have any decent wholesalers. It was such a small, tiny communities struggling to make ends meet, trying to make accumulate some capitals. So I did not even think about I wanted to be a CEO, some time in the future. I didn't think about it because I felt that, hey, to be a CEO of a bank, you have to have some kind of a degree in that field, like a finance or business management or whatever, and I didn't have those. But along the years, I built my relationship with people, and I have so many people that I helped who actually helped me back to build my career. And I began to think, why not? And in a way, in the Korean American bank, I'm kind of a frontier in this role. And I know that I'm taking that first step in many places. And maybe the people who would follow after me, I hope that it would be a little bit easier compared to what I did the first step.
I asked that question to myself too. How do you measure success? Is it by sheer sales revenue, or is it or profit, or how long? In my case, it's not the money for sure. It's important, but it's not money. I spend about 50% of my time for my business, but the rest of 50% is actually nonprofit work. I actually enjoy more. I would like to be remembered not just a successful businessman, but value adding to this society, to the next generation, and did something for the society. Maybe that's another reason why I am involved a lot more in nonprofit in later age, and I will continue to do so.
One of the key strengths of CKA is its membership. Our members are highly accomplished people in a variety of sectors. Our hope and our vision is that leaders in the Korean American community who are involved with CKA can serve as an inspiration to young, aspirational people to really get involved in their communities to make a positive impact. There's some seminal events that have occurred in the last couple of decades where the Korean American voice was missing in the media.
When I saw a 1992 LA riot, and I have vivid memories about how it had happened, what happened, I felt helpless because we had no voice. But had we had CKA then, or any organization that can speak for Korean American, I think it would have been portrayed very differently.
I'd rather have it be such that there is a go-to organization in some ways, where when the next shoe drops, when the fire burns the next time, that CKA would be an obvious place to activate remarkable talent with the breadth of experience and expertise that will protect this community.
The reason I decided to join in CKA is because I realized that there's a role that I can play, because I have a pretty different experience. And what I was thinking about at that time was maybe I could be a very good bridge between the first generation of Korean American immigrants to a second or third younger Korean Americans.
The reason why I decided to put in my time, effort into CKA is because I thought it had the right ambitions and the right potential. And that's partly why we're here in some ways today, to think about what it means to actually participate in an organization with that kind of potential trajectory.
And I think I speak for the members at large. We are a group of people who really understand that at the end of the day, what really matters is what we've done for the community. And creating the synergy that we are doing now is unprecedented. It's the first time in the history of this country.